you think that it's boring how people talk? Making smart with their words again. Well, I'm bored. Because I'm doing this for the thrill of it, killing it, never not chasing a million things I want. And I am only as young as the minute is full of it, getting pumped up on the little bright things I want. But I know they'll never own me. Baby, be the class clown, I'll be the beauty queen in tears. It's a new art form showing people how little we care. We're so happy, even when we're smiling out of fear. Let's go down to the tennis court and talk it up like yeah. And talk it up like yeah. And talk it up like yeah. Let's go down to the tennis court and talk it up like yeah. And talk it up like yeah. And talk it up like yeah. Let's go down to the tennis court and talk it up like yeah.
When you wanna get off the ground, but gravity pulls you down. Gravity pulls you down. When you feel out of place, you don't have to be afraid. No, you don't have to be afraid. Take my hand and
pains me to see. So many people are willing to learn how to trade stocks, but are simply just unsuccessful at it. It's not that you're a bad trader.
I'm up $953, $879, $1,300!
When people come up to me and they say, Dek, I'm just not a good stock trader, it's a whole bunch of baloney.
Oh my goodness, I just made $30,000. You guys want to see a show today? 20 grand in a day so far.
You know why I make so much money shorting? Because the answers are given to me.
$37,000. We're currently up $23,000, $24,000 right now. Let's go! This is high risk, high reward. Let's go, baby! Let's go! I'm going for $100,000 today. $100,000 month coming its way, baby.
You may not know everything, but all of a sudden, it's gonna click.
$30,000 $2,817 in the market today. Oh my goodness, guys. Welcome to the stock market.
Who's gonna bring it back to life? We're gonna make it, you and I.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready to go here. We are getting ourselves back right here and right now. Happy Money Monday, everybody. Happy Money Monday. Woo! I absolutely love it. I absolutely love the feeling. I love the feeling of waking up early. I love the feeling of knowing we work the best job in the world. I love the feeling I get butterflies in my stomach every single time I open up my brokerage. Every time I locate a short, it feels like I'm falling in love. Every single time I jump into a play, I get sexually aroused. Traders, we are about to have ourselves a day. We are about to have ourselves a week. We are about to get after this market, be trading big, over $3,000 in profits last week, live streaming, live alerting, showing you my brokerage statements, doing it all in real time. What more can I do? Traders, no other community is like this. Tradecaster community, with the live streamers, with our live community, with everything we do day in and day out. You guys are absolutely fantastic. And I'm so excited to see what this day actually brings us on this day. So, team, let's talk about it right now. Let's get ourselves prepared. Let's get ourselves dived on it. And let's make sure every single person knows exactly what they're doing. Whew. All right. Man, baby. Baby, oh baby, oh baby. Traders, what is today about? What are we going to be focusing on this day? Let's basically just start with scratch as we always do, because it is a Money Monday. We're getting ourselves back into it. Let's just start from scratch and then build ourselves on up. So it says morning squawk. Number one, smooth sailing. The S&P 500 dipped 0.16% on Friday, but still registered a 0.6% gain for the week. The broad market index recent advances have come with relatively little volatility. The S&P 500 has gone 377 days without a 2.05 sell-off, which is the longest stretch of the benchmark since the great financial crisis, according to FactSet data compiled by CNBC. The NASDAQ composite, meanwhile, finished last week flat, while the Dow rose 1.5% for its best weekly performance since May. Looking ahead, investors will be watching from data from the Fed's preferred inflation gauge, which will be released on Friday. So, traders, let's take a look over on the SPY right here and right now. When we look at the SPY is still holding its gains at the moment. The SPY so far has gone all the way from 409 from month after month after month after month after month, little pullback, month after month after month of climbing. We have essentially climbed here, team, for almost, 8 months in a row of straight up. We have not really seen any big drops. We have not really seen any sort of big collapses or any sort of big fades. We had 1 month of falling back in back in April. We had 1 month of falling, but other than that, we have been climbing, and we consistently have been hitting highs. So today's going to be a fun day. Everyone's saying, hey, this is the longest time we have continuously moved on up without any sort of big pullback since 2008. We have been consistently hitting brand new highs. The S&P 500, everything's great and dandy. And really, with that being stated, traders, what do you guys think? Is the S&P 500 due for a pullback? Is the S&P 500 due to be able to get a little bit of a drop, due for a little bit of a fade back on down here? Well, the SPY is definitely going to be a top watch here. Now, I definitely think the SPY is getting ready for a pullback back down to the 13 EMA. The 13 EMA is that 540 mark, and that is going to be our next main support line. 50-day moving average, 520, not really in play. 200-day moving average at 484, obviously not really in play. The S&P 500 did hit a record high up near 550. And for the last 2 days straight, we have been fading and falling. We can also see we are underneath, or we are at right now at this moment, a very strong support line. This support line right here, take a look. Top resistance at 544, top resistance at 544, top resistance at 544, break of 544, we went on a breakout. Bounce play at 544, bounce play at 544, bounce play at 544, and now look, we are right at this 544 area. If we start going underneath that 544 area, that is going to show a lot of weakness. That is going to lead towards a lot of fading. That is going to lead towards a lot of dropping. So I want to make sure everyone realizes that the S&P 500, 544 is going to be a main support line that we want to be focused and we want to be looking at. Okay? So SPY, definitely very important. Let's head on over and let's see what we have over on the S&P 500 to kind of get a little bit of a kickoff of it. It says Dow futures ticked higher as the market is set to enter the last week of June near a record. Dow Jones Industrial Average futures inched higher on Monday as the market is set to enter the last week of June near its record highs. So let's see here. NVDA. The chip maker fell 4% last week after 2 consecutive declines of more than 3%. The pullback occurred after NVIDIA briefly dethroned Microsoft as the most valuable company in the US. Chart analysis also pointed to a bearish patterns in NVIDIA's recent trading. So traders, let's take a look over on NVIDIA here for a moment. So when we take a look over on NVDA, you guys can see at this time, NVDA has actually had a couple strong pullbacks. NVIDIA has fallen all the way from 141, has dumped down to 130. Went from 130, fell all the way on down towards 125. Now from 125 down towards the price of 123. Take a look here, team. You guys can see at this moment what we have on NVIDIA. NVIDIA at this time, you guys can see this clear-cut channel. This clear-cut channel in a 30-minute time frame. So NVIDIA, you guys can see top resistance, top resistance, top resistance. NVIDIA has support at 123. If it cracks 123, NVIDIA has support all the way back down to 118. 118 bounce, 118 bounce, 118 bounce, 118 bounce, 118 bounce. So NVIDIA, top resistance, top resistance, top resistance, top resistance. NVIDIA, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play. These are the areas that you guys want to be focusing on. These are the areas that you guys want to be looking at, okay? So definitely very important that you guys are on top of. Now, on top of that, traders, I do want to go over towards Fox Runner here because, again, this has some great things that we want to be looking at. So let's start with the S&P 500. It says over on Fox Runner, S&P 500 riding the wave. The 13 EMA is holding as the bull bear line. The exponential moving average, a technical indicator used in trading to track the price of an asset over time and determine the direction of its price movement. EMAs are a type of weighted moving average, WMAs, that gives more weight to the recent price than older data. Exponential moving averages are designed to see price trends compared to simple moving averages. Computing the EMA involves a multiplier, yada, yada, yada. So what does the 13 EMA line do? Very simple. This tells us when a stock/ETF is considered bullish or bearish. Anything above the line shows buyers are in control. Anything under the line shows bears are in control. So take a look over on the S&P 500. 13 EMA support is at 540.50. Notice that we are above the green line. The SPY tends to move higher. Under the line, we see pullbacks. So what we could see right here, what we could see at this moment is when we take a look over on the SPY, as long as we are above the green line, we are considered bullish. When we're under the green line, that is where we're considered bearish. So you could see bullishness, bearishness, bullishness. Right now we are still bullishness, has room to fall down towards around that 540-ish mark. So the S&P 500 here, team, we want to keep our eyes peeled over on this play as we can see that the SPY is still holding its gains at this moment. Okay? So, same exact thing with NVDA as we already have talked about here. NVDA, I again put this one in here. It says, let's talk about NVIDIA and how traders are on the edge of their seat after a 3-day pullback that erased nearly 2 weeks of gains. So it says, first off, let's not forget the fact that NVIDIA stock is up 162% on the year already and over 211% on the past 12 months. Pullbacks will happen, even with a stock as strong as NVIDIA. So again, let's talk about that, guys. NVDA is up 162% on the year. and up over 211% over the past 12 months. So where will the potential entries be on NVDA? As we already talked about, these entries, as we could see here, are going to be at 123 and 118. 123, 124 and 118. 124, 118, 124, 118, 124, 118. So these are what we want to see. We also can see over the last 3 weeks, or over the last 3 days, we have been seeing some lower lows as again, bears have taken over control after we hit that brand new 52-week high of 140.76. So want to make sure that you guys are all set here. And again, if you guys are saying, Dek, where is this here? This is when you guys go to Fox Runner, click the news alerts, and you guys will have all the news alerts on all like the current best plays and things that you guys should be looking at. So just a little heads on up for you guys. If you guys click news alerts tab over on Fox Runner, that's where you guys are going to be able to see some of this stuff, some areas that you guys might want to be watching. Then of course we do have our all news so that you guys are all set. Did everyone download Fox Runner so you guys have it, so everyone's good to go? I just want to make sure that you guys are all set because again, after 2 more days, it then goes to only a 7-day pass. So right now, again, they do have a 2-month pass. So again, make sure you guys take advantage of the 2-month pass because on Wednesday they are going to a 7-day pass. So you guys can either have free access all the way until August, or if you guys want to get Fox Runner, it's only going to be 7 days of access. So make sure that you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll. Dek, is it only for shorting? Fox Runner is not even a broker. Okay, so if you're saying it is for news, alerts, it's a scanner showing us what's up, what's down, showing us all the hottest news, insider buying, trading insights, things along those lines. So it has nothing to do with shorting whatsoever at all. So again, just a little heads up with you. It has nothing to do with shorting. I mean, you can short, these plays, but this is more of a news scanner telling you what to be watching, what to be looking at, things along those lines. So make sure that you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll, and make sure that you guys are all good here, ready to get after it. Now, let's talk about what else we have over on this day. And make sure every single trader is all set, ready to rock and roll. So what we have at this moment here, team, taking a look over on these plays. Let me bring this back on over towards the news section here so we can just continue to keep our eyes peeled over on the news. Is we are going to obviously be watching the S&P 500. We are going to be watching NVIDIA. I do think the S&P 500 is going to have a pullback, and I think NVIDIA has a better chance of dropping and getting a bounce play next to that 118 area. So I think, again, today starting on off, if everyone just wants some clear answers, I think the S&P 500 could easily crack 544 and probably fall on down towards like 540 today. And I think NVIDIA could fall on down towards around like 118 today. So want to make sure that you guys are all good, ready to rock. All right. Other than that, let's take a look over on the news. Let's see again where this hype and where this momentum is going to be taking us at. So what we have here is AGFY. AGFY has gone from 25 cents all the way up towards around 60 cents. Now, when we take a look over on AGFY at this moment, I don't see any sort of reason on why AGFY is getting this rip and run. So when I take a look over on it, what do we have? We have AGFY. AGFY, no news on this play. There's no news whatsoever over on AGFY. So this is a little bit odd to see a stock that's up this big for no news whatsoever. We're up 141%. The stock has been spiking from, again, 4 o'clock this morning from 30 cents up to 60 cents, and there's no credibility. There's no reason on why the stock is even moving. That makes it a little bit weird. And that definitely tempts me on saying, okay, the moment that this shifts, the moment that this starts getting weaker, the moment that this starts dropping here, AGFY could easily start fading all the way back on down. You can short this play if you want to. You guys can see over on Lightspeed, it only costs 90 cents. 90 cents is a pretty good deal to go ahead and short this play because most likely AGFY is going to have a little bit of a spike and give it all back. When you take a look at the past chart history pattern of AGFY, let's just look at every spike. Here's a spike, it gave it all back. Here's a big gap up, morning spike, gave it all back. Let's just see, and here's a spike, gives it all back. Here's a spike, gives it all back. Here's a spike, gives it all back. What are the odds over on AGFY? Spike up to 80 cents today, give it all back. That's most likely what's going to happen over on AGFY. We start seeing some opportunities up near around 80 cents. We are most likely going to be giving it all on back. All right. So I want to make sure that you guys are all set, ready to go, ready to get after it. Now, what else do we want to be focusing on here? We do have ALIM. ALIM's just moving sideways. We really don't need ALIM for anything. What about REVB? REVB is currently at 43% at this moment. Stock has gone from $2 up towards around $3. So $2 up towards around $3. No news over on REVB as well, but it is only 1 million in float. So having a low float stock, maybe this could get some hype. ALNY, I'm trying to see if there's anything like that's taking the mob right now. Does anyone see any plays that are taking the mob at this moment? Does anyone see any plays that are, again, going on, you know, the mob, the hype, the momentum right here? I don't see anything that's, you know, crazy. Let's just kind of take a look at, you know, what's the hottest news here. BURU. Okay, this stock's only a penny, so that really doesn't even matter here. Let's go with ALIM. We already, I think, looked at ALIM. ALIM, what was the news here? ALIM, it looks like, okay, so it has an acquisition. So ALIM right here, team, has an acquisition press release. And an acquisition press release means you just get bought out at a certain price. And after getting bought out at a certain price, you just move sideways on that certain price. So ALIM probably got bought out at $5.50 per share. It's just moving sideways. What about, let's see what else we have here. What about 80, let's see this one, GIGA. Let's see, GIGA here. That one barely has any sort of volume. We don't need that. REVB has phase 1 clinical studies showing primary endpoints. So REVB actually did have news. REVB right here did have phase 1. Phase 1 is a little bit weaker. Remember, there's phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. Now, the good news is we did reach primary endpoints over on REVB. The good news is it is only low. It does only have 1 million in float. REVB might take that hype in action, but right now it's only up 40%. Remember, we want things a little bit hotter on up. ALNY announces positive results on primary endpoints. ALNY, this is one that has a monster gap up, but it's still just sitting at $222 at this moment, still kind of moving sideways. What I'm ultimately looking for is I'm looking for something that's going to get everyone excited about. Right now, when I take a look, I don't see anything that's jumping off the board that's making every single trader say, wow, this is the one that everyone's looking at. ALIM's just moving sideways. REVB just doesn't have enough hype towards it. GIGI doesn't have any sort of volume. ALNY is moving sideways and having a massive gap up. So really, what do I think I want to be looking at? I want to be taking a look over on previous top gainers. What I want to take a look at right here is what are the previous top gainers over on the day. Previous top gainers are over on AREB here. AREB, does this stock have any potential to be able to spike back on up? Nothing on AREB right now. What about FUFU? That's a previous top gainer. That stock, if it can hold $5, potentially could go on some sort of, you know, big rip, big run, big pop here. So I definitely want to see if that play is going to be going on any sort of rip and run towards the upside. But traders, penny stock wise, I'm just not seeing anything as of yet. The best chance would be for REVB. Positive phase 1 data, reached endpoints, only 1 million in float. This is the best chance of probably going on some sort of rip and run if it can get fire, if it can get momentum, and if it can get the action behind it. Okay? But really, let's watch NVDA. Let's watch NVDA at the start of the day. Let's watch the S&P 500 at the start of the day. Both are, again, fading on down. Both are looking a little bit weak. That's where I'm going to be starting. And then, of course, we'll go from there. All right? So let's see what we have. Let's get ourselves all pumped and ready to rock here, guys. We got about 4 minutes until the market opens. Let me switch everything out for us. Let's go right here. Bada boom, bada bing. Let's grab this. Let's bring this on over. Bring over the chart right here. Get ourselves all set, ready to get after it, team. I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. I hope everyone had so much fun. Everyone's dialed in here. So we are all good, ready to rock. As you guys could see, kind of like the top of my forehead got sunburned. Now, why did that happen? Because I got a haircut last week, and I had all those big curls over my head for like all of summer. So I walked outside, and for the first time, top of my head just got roasted. You got to think about these things when you get a haircut. You got to think about it. People don't think about them. Had some fun though. Played some golf. Hung on out. Took my dog to dog training class again. We're getting ready to rock and roll. We currently have them in protective training. We've gone through the fundamentals. We've gone through all that stuff. Right now, it's a little bit more advanced, a little bit more guard doggy type of things. Making sure that if anyone even sets a toe on my property, you will be mauled from head to toe. From a 105-pound German Shepherd shipped over here from Siberia. Let's get ready to rock. So we are all set, ready to go. Turbulent. Why doesn't AGFY show up on Fox Runner? Is my setting off? So let's see here. Why does AGFY not show up on Fox Runner? Who has that answer? There's one answer here. AGFY is not showing on up because this right here is showing what has the best news, what has the best filings. Guess what? AGFY doesn't have news. AGFY doesn't have filings. So if you're saying, well, why is AGFY like, so again, we're just getting the best news here. We're getting the best filings here. AGFY doesn't have news. AGFY doesn't have a filing. So it's not going to show up if there is nothing. Now, I will let you guys know the next update that comes out on Fox Runner is going to have politician data. They tell me something else. Politician data on, you know, what politicians are buying. And then on top of that, they're also just adding, you know where it says like right here, it says news. It says news filing. They're going to put every single gap up. And if there is no news or filing, like AGFY, it'll just be a big red circle that'll just say no news. So the reason why that's not showing up, but I still feel like that's still very important to have. So they're going to add that and just put, you know, where it says new type, it's just going to be a red circle that says no news, but it'll still show the gap up. So that you guys will be all set. Guys, all right, let's get ready to rock here. Let's get ready to go. Excited to see what we have. 929 the market. Let's go to SPY. Like part of me wants to honestly look for a put contract over on SPY, SPX, almost like right away. Start seeing some weakness, start seeing some dropping. Market opens up here in about 40 seconds. Let's get ourselves prepared. Let's get ourselves fired on up on this day. It is going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of momentum here. Let's get ourselves going. Throwing over a little music for us as always. Woo, baby. Today's going to be a day here, folks. It's going to be a day. I'm searching. As you guys know, I'm probably going to be watching SPX at the start. Points, SPX. Today's expiration, SPXW. We're going to have to see where it's going to open up at. Put contracts, 2 contracts, market order. I want to see where this opens on up at. Right now we're at 461. If it spikes on up to 544.95. What do we have? 5.6. Let me see here. I'm looking for that best possible entry. Probably, again, something right around this entry area. Like, this is probably going to be a contract I would pull the trigger on if we get a spike on up. So, again, if we get a spike on up, this is probably where I'm going to be pulling the trigger. It'll be entry probably right around here. Okay? And then I would look for a fade and a fall back on down. So, I'm looking for an entry over on SPX when the SPY gets a little bit of a pop on up. So, I would like to see, you know, it's starting on off here. Got a little bit of a pullback, though, right at the start. Let's see if we can start getting a little momentum towards the upside. Sorry if we start getting a little bit of hype. Jer saying, Deck, why are we focusing over on options? I want to focus over on penny stocks. Hey, I'm focusing on both. All I'm trying to do right now is find out what is going to be the most profitable play. I'm going to be giving a lot of ideas out. I'm going to give ideas on options. I'm going to give ideas on penny stocks. I'm going to give ideas. Right now, what am I looking for on a penny stock? Give me something to spike so I can short it. AGFY, up to 80 cents. I'm shorting it. REVB, up to $5. I'm shorting it. So the thing is, I need to let a couple penny stocks rip and run, and then I'm right there. So am I focusing over on penny stock shorts? 100%. But I know, again, people are also going to be focusing on options. I got to be basically cater to a little bit of everyone in here. I got to cater to a little bit of everyone. Right now I'm watching REVB, potential shorting opportunity, and I'm again watching AGFY, potential shorting opportunity. But these are the only top 2 opportunities to short. Remember, if we want to short, we got to look for stocks that are spiking on up very hard to then turn and dump. We can't short plays that are already dumped. We need to look for stocks to spike for us to short them back on down. So you got to wait a little bit to actually find stocks that are actually going to be able to spike. So again, we got a little REVB hype getting a little bit of momentum. REVB, look at the old spiking high here. Where's that old spiking high area? Like, what's this area right here? That area, see this old spiking high? 430. That would be your shorting area. So, REVB, 430. Shorting opportunity for you to be able to make money. Slightly underneath 430, slightly above 430. You could get in on some entries. We have AGFY. We already know, again, that 80-cent mark. That is going to be a tough resistance line. Go across the board right here. You guys can see old past chart history pattern, 83 cents. So right now, team, we basically already have our levels. AGFY, 83 cents. We'd look for a short. Top resistance here in upper shadow, then dump, then top resistance. You get anywhere up in the mid 70s, the low 80s, you pull the trigger over on the short side. REVB, we get anywhere up above $4. We're getting ready for potential shorts. So I'm ready to go. I'm getting ready to go. I'm ready to rock here. But I'm going to wait to locate shares until REVB gets right above $4. I'm going to wait to locate shares on AGFY until it gets above 75 cents. Then I'll pull the trigger. Then I'll be all set, ready to rock. So it's more about, getting ourselves prepared, getting ourselves ready to rock and roll. So I'm going to type that out. Shorting entries here. Shorting entries. REVB 430. AGFY 0.83. Those are our shorting entries that we're looking for. And when those prices come, let's pull the trigger. Let's make some money. Bada boom, bada bang. Easy as that. So let's get ourselves prepared as always. Let's make sure, again, everyone's dialed on in. S&P 500 still trying to move itself on up here slightly. Let's see our AGFY. I believe AGFY had shares available short. Let me double check. AGFY. AGFY, shares available. Ooh, there were shares available. They will come back. They'll come back. There were shares available earlier here today. Also, REVB. Are there any shares available over here? REVB. Can we locate shares here? There are shares available. So guys, REVB trying to get a little bit of momentum. Let's again watch REVB right now. REVB trying to get a little bit of momentum on this play. Dek, how many shares would you look to probably get involved in? Probably about 4,000, maybe 5,000 shares. So 4,000, 5,000 shares I'd probably look to get involved in. Right now, though, they just became unavailable at this moment. You usually have to give them like 2 to 3 minutes for them to, get back on in. So the thing is, they were just available, but remember, everyone is trying to get shares on the stocks that are spiking on up. Remember, there is only a limited amount of shorts available. So again, when a stock goes on a very big spike, people are going to start bum rushing, trying to get shares available to short. People are going to try to get involved on these plays. So don't worry, REVB will get shares available to short. They will get higher and higher. AGFY, this one's trying to get towards a new high of the day. We got AGFY trying to get a little hype. We have REVB trying to get a little bit of hype. S&P 500, we know purple line touch, we get rejected, 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 and we have 544 support. So again, that's what it comes on down to at this moment. Everyone, let's take a little bit of a screenshot of this. When we take a look, let's go S&P 500. Let's just go back to a little bit of a larger time frame. 30-minute time frame right here and right now. S&P 500, 30-minute time frame. You guys can see resistance, 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 breakout, support, 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 support. That's how great this is at this moment. We can see exactly where the S&P 500 is going to have trouble. So we have SPY, 544 support. Make sure this holds. I just want to always, of course, make sure every single trader is prepared. I want to make sure every single trader is ready. I want to make sure every single trader is dialed in. I want to make sure every single trader has game plans. No matter what stock you're looking for. If that's REVB, you have a plan. If that's AGFY, you have a plan. If that's the S&P 500, you have a plan. If that's SPX, you have a plan. If that's NVDA, you have a plan. Still watching for that first penny stock ripper and runner that's going to steal the mob. Remember, guys, when we're shorting, we need to play stocks that everyone's getting involved in. Right now, again, that might not be in this exact moment. So we want to be looking for, got AGFY, guys. AGFY still trying to squeeze itself on up here slightly. AGFY, also a little heads on up. There are shares back available for REVB. The shares are back and available for REVB. If you are interested in it, I'm going to probably wait for a $4 break to get involved in shorts. But you guys can see right now, REVB shares are back and available. Now let's go see if AGFY has any. AGFY? AGFY, not yet. There were shares available earlier, so I'm waiting for those to get back available. We want to get filled, though. It's still another 20 cents away from now. So we're hoping AGFY basically does like a big short squeeze. Then shares become available to short. S&P 500. Guys, AGFY still trying to move. I definitely want to get shares above 75 cents. Above 75 cents on AGFY is where I'll really be looking for them. Now, what you can also do is, if you're really loving a play, I am going to email shorts@lightspeed.com and say AGFY. And I'm just going to type out, are there any shares to AGFY? If so, can I get 10,000. Then I'm going to give them my account number. And I'm going to say I accept the fee. Thank you. So now, again, if you guys do not know, you can always email shares@lightspeed.com if you cannot get any shares for a stock that you like. And then go ahead, put that out there, and then they'll email you back and say, we've added shares or we have not been able to add shares. So if you really like a play, like I like AGFY, if they could get all the way up to 80 cents, I just want to be prepared on them and I want to get them. So I'm going to wait for Lightspeed to email me back and see if they could be able to add any shares to me, because I would like to be able to short this play up towards around 80 cents. So again, we have AGFY. So again, if I really like a play and it's not showing on up, I just always email them and just ask and kind of go directly to the source. Lake Trader, been with you since 2021. You've been very informative, helpful, and very fun community. Thanks, bud. Hey, thank you so much, Lake Trader. I love it. I love your dog. What is that, a St. Bernard puppy? That dog, I'm going to guess the name of it. I'm going to guess the name of that dog right now. There's a couple different names going through my head right now. I'm just going to go with the first one. I'm going to say Bono. Bono, the St. Bernard. Bono is a good name. With or without you, I can live. With or without you. Bruno! Wow! Lake Trader says his name's Bruno. I had it going. I had something going here. I was off by a couple vowels. That's not too bad of a guess. When I'm guessing random dog names, I can get it. I can get it right here. Someone else post a picture of your dog and I'll probably get very close to it. It's a weird talent I have. Weird talent. I can get very close to it just by looking at its face. Bruno, Bono, same thing. Right now we got AGFY. AGFY. AGFY trying to squeeze. Guys, AGFY waiting for a guy Lightspeed to get me back here. Come on, AGFY. I need shares available. Still no shares available. AK, I'm deleting that thing right away. I'm not even looking at chat right now because AK's ruining my morning. Right now, AGFY at this time. Want to see if this thing's going to be able to spike all the way on up here. We got AGFY at this time, still trying to squeeze itself on up. Come on, still no shares available. Still no shares available at this time. Jared Deck, I've been with you with the longest here, before AK, before other traders, when you were just a chat room. Literally when you first started, I believe you were 24 years old. Sheesh! Jared, so Jared has been with me for, again, 6 years in the chat room. I mean, that is incredible. 6 years in the chat room. Jared, send me an email, send me your number. I'm going to give you a call later on and just say thank you. Talk to you for a little bit if you need anything whatsoever. I mean, showing 6 years of support here, man, that is amazing. And again, thank you so much. I would love to just be able to give you a call and say thank you. So right here, traders, we're all set. AGFY, I'm still waiting for a Lightspeed email back. Ah! Nope, right here, guys. Just got an email back. Just got an email back. It says shorts at Lightspeed. Good morning. It doesn't look like Webush has any shares available. Sean Hutton just sent that back to us. Sean Hutton from Lightspeed. What kind of name is that? Sean. Sean. S-C-A-N. Ugh! Disgusting. AGFY. We got to wait for some shares to become available. How's the SPY doing? SPY, guys, SPY getting very weak. This is going to be a time, if you want to pull the trigger on shares to short, or options, put contracts, you're kind of getting after it right now. And the reason why is you are looking for that sell-off. Let's actually take a look real quick on something else. REVB. REVB is still trying to stay alive as well. REVB at this moment trying to move itself on up. REVB, our next opportunity for shares to short, are going to be up towards around that 430 mark. Is anyone interested in doing an option put contract for a crack on the S&P 500? Remember, we take a look over on the SPY here. 30-minute time frame. This blue line is support. Top resistance, top resistance, top resistance. We know something big is going to be happening here. It could be a bounce play back on up or the sell-off. But when we take a look over on the S&P 500, I mean, this is the biggest part of it. The SPY right here, we have resistance, we have resistance, we have resistance, we have resistance, we have the breakout right here. That's where we have our dip buy and dip buy and dip buy, and guess where we're at right here? Dip buy area. So we've had 1, 2, 3 dip buys at this area, but if we fall back underneath it, that's where things are going to start getting very ugly. That's where we could start getting weaker. That's where we could really start dropping. So the S&P 500, if you are in or getting after puts, this 544 area is probably the area where you want to start looking to get involved. Now, it might consolidate for an hour, then sell off. It might get a bounce play, then come right back on down, then sell off. We might get a sell off, then bounce back on up, then a bigger sell off later on. So can I predict exactly when we're going to get a sell off and how big it's going to be? No. But all I can tell you is underneath 544, we have weakness. Above 544 is where we have strength. Now, who remembers when we were doing this on Wednesday and Tuesday of last week or Thursday of last week? 544, 544, 544, right? Whenever we hit it, we couldn't get above it. And then we broke out of that over on Thursday of Wednesday of last week. So the S&P 500, we are underneath that area right now. All right, we're still watching here. Let's just watch this one. Let's stay alert. Let's stay ready. Watching this one closely. I'll try to guess one more. Reese posted this in chat. Is this a girl or a boy? I'm going to guess boy, but I'm going to throw out a girl name right here. I don't have a good feeling on this one. Just tell me real quick, Reese, boy or girl on that one, and then I'll nail it. I'll nail it, guaranteed. That's a Sean Dekmar guarantee. Never broken, never missed. And guess what? If it's not the right name, it should be. That's all I could say. MLGO. MLGO right here. This one's trying to get a little bit of a pop. Now, MLGO, we know this one. Guys, MLGO, watch for this one to get a nice little rip today. MLGO is one of those plays that we have seen very hard spikes and then gives it all on back. How's GameStop doing as well? Yeah, let's take a look over on GameStop. GameStop's fading still. Every day is getting a little bit weaker. Every day is fading on down a little bit more. Every day dropping. Right now, GameStop trying to stay alert over on this play. GameStop got a little bit of a pop. MLGO right here. Yeah, threshold. SPY, notice it's bouncing right back above 544. All right, guys, we're staying smart right here. Woo! Guys, I got a $2,000 target today. If we, again, get after it. We're averaging right now about $1,000 per day. We're averaging at this moment about $1,000 today. The issue is, at this time, I want to pull the trigger. But AGFY, oh, guys, look at this. AGFY is starting to get some shares back available to short. I tried to get 1,000 shares. Right now, there's 20 shares available on AGFY. Maybe they're coming back. Again, AGFY, we're shorting at 83 cents. Let's not forget that. REVB, we are going to be shorting if REVB gets above what price? Up near $4, $4.30. So again, we are getting some shares here where they're available, but we got to see our shorting opportunities. We want to see REVB up above $4 for that potential short, right? We got up towards 380. Is it going to get there? Looks like it's getting a little bit weaker. You could probably do a starting short right now if you guys wanted to. MLGO, a little bit of a pop, non-shortable. AGFY, getting some shares available short. We want to short that one up near around 83 cents. S&P 500 at this time. Big bounce play off 544. 544 is our main support line at this moment. Right now, traders, we are all set, ready to get after it. Very dog-friendly chat room today. Guys, I'll try to guess everyone's dog's name in a little bit of a later time, a little bit of a later date. I appreciate, I'm just going to say right now, it's a very positive chat room as I get to see everyone's furry little animals. And it does bring a little bit of joy to my heart, seeing everyone have a little furry animal with them. I like it. I like it. Sometimes I literally just stare at my dog and I just say, we have this wild animal just living in our house. Does anyone ever think about that? It's like sometimes I'm out just, in my house and I'm just like, I keep this wild animal in my house. He just sits around in my house all day. What would happen if I just let him go? Let him go. Come back. That's what I do. That's what I do every single time I get a dog. I, again, get a puppy. I bond with it for about 2 to 3 months. This is the best way for all dog owners, if you guys do not know. You get a puppy, you bond with it 2, 3, maybe 4 months. Then you're going to drive it exactly 60 miles away from your house. You're going to leave it with a sock that you recently worn, and it has to find its way back home. A 6-month puppy, 60 miles away, and you leave it with a sock. And if it finds its way back home, it's a great dog. Okay? Now, I'm going to be honest here. This took me about 19 dogs until one finally came back. But you know what? It's a keeper. Survival of the fittest. Charles Darwin once said. Oh, man. Guys, I am only kidding. I know there's probably some serious dog lovers in here that have said that, Deck, don't you even say that. Hey, I am only kidding. I would never drive a dog out 60 miles and leave it. 10 miles at most. At most. Raised by wolves. Right now, Spy still watching LRE. Guys, let's get it involved here. NNE. Look at NNE. Nano-nuclear energy right here. NNE. So we got NNE. Got a couple little spikers right here. Want to see if anything's going to take on off. Let's go over at NNE at this moment. A little bit of a larger spread. Stock's on a $3 move so far. Could this one pop up towards around 20 bucks? NNE Probably not too expensive to short as well. Does have a little bit of a larger spread. 1,000 shares cost $50. That's not really anything whatsoever. I'm going to look for some NNE potential shorts. So I'm going to check this on out right here, team. I want to see if this could possibly pay us anything. If we could, get up towards around $20 resistance. So maybe NNE, you can only probably do 100 shares at a time though. So NNE, it's only going to be probably about 100 shares at a time because it's such light volume. You can't just do a big order at once. So I'm thinking, what's the high of the day? 1938. I'll do like a 1925 starting on off. Go up towards a 1940. Go up to, again, like a 1970. Go up towards a 1980. And just basically try to scale my way all the way up into a nice entry as we get near $20 resistance. So if I can get filled up near around some nice areas as we get up towards around 20, 50, I would definitely look to be able to get involved on this play. Try to have a nice entry, right around $20 or so. And kind of, build this on up from there. Because, Dek, why would you even get involved in NNE? Well, just NNE, this is a play where it does have a big spread, and it's moved nearly $4 on the day already. Having 1,000 shares, yes, big spread plays can get dangerous, but at the same time, all you need is a couple solid drops, and you could be able to be up, $1,000 just like that. So it's a play that can make you a lot of money in a very quick manner. So I'm going to just kind of do a small starting position over on NNE here. Kind of spread some things on out. Now, I don't want to just get filled 100 shares. I would like to have at least 500 shares. And then if we could get, a $2 drop, if we could get a $5 drop, if we could, see something like that, we could be able to make a lot of money over on NNE. It's a slower play, very choppy. Looks like it's a newer IPO-ish type of play. Definitely has a nice move. I think it's going to have some sort of rejection right around that $20 region, and then we can go from there. But we'll keep that one on high watch and high alert. Yeah, I know. The spread is the toughest thing, though. Spreads are always scary. Remember the other day, guys, when I made $1,700 on meds? Do you guys remember that? When I made $1,700 on meds? That was another play that had a bigger spread, a larger spread. And we just had to be careful of that. Having a little bit of that larger spread. So large spreads, you always have to be careful of. Why? Because you can lose a lot of money in a very quick manner. So don't do a big position ever. Always do very small, tiny positions. And remember, $20 is the ultimate goal. So $20, that would be like the best overall resistance line, somewhere near that $20 mark. So right now, traders, we are just watching. Have a small starting trade here. AGFY. I'm still watching AGFY to see if that one can get up to 83 cents and make that kind of like one of my main trades on the day. AGFY, guys, there are shares now available on AGFY. AGFY shares are back and available over on this play. Remember, we want to short this one 80 cents and above. So AGFY, we get this play 80 cents and above. We want to pull the trigger over on the short side. Sound good? So 80 cents and above over on AGFY is definitely what we're still watching and definitely what we're still looking at. Keeping that one on high watch. NNE, I only have 200 shares on NNE. NNE, guys, got filled a little bit more here. Let's go back over to NNE. NNE here, team. Just got filled. Cost base at 1954. So I do have 400 shares now over on NNE. And I want to see how much higher can this one go up towards. So I got 400 shares over on NNE. This one's still, again, getting a little bit of a spike. Deck. When would you get involved more on this play? Probably after I see a little bit of an upper shadow. How high can it go up to? Probably up towards 20.50 to maybe touching that $21 area. I would like to see, though, obviously, $20 hold up as resistance and start getting a little bit of a pullback back on down. So let's see what NNE could do and see how much higher this one could possibly rip and run up towards. Again, with a large spread, we could see very quick rips and runs, but at the same time, we could also see very hard drops. So I have an entry at 1954. I would like to see this play. Back underneath, 1875. Back underneath 1875 would be like the goal over on this one. Get ourselves up, a nice, what would that be? to the $300, $400 right there, kind of kicking things on off. But we could go all the way even lower and lower and lower if we can crack $19. You know, we could easily fade back down towards $18. We could easily start getting a little bit of weakness. So again, NNE, I like the idea that we're focusing on. I like the idea that we're looking at. Again, 1994 was right next to those highs. We got 400 shares filled at this time. And we want to see if we can crack $19 and dump back on down towards, like, you know, the mid-18s. Crack $19, dump back down to the mid-18s, go from there. So my cost basis is 1954 right now. 1954 is my cost basis. MLGO, what else do we have here? AGFY. Still watching this one. REVB. REVB still needs to get above that $4 mark. AGFY needs to get that pop above 80 cents as we talked about. Get that pop above 80 cents and then, you know, be able to get some momentum from there. First trade of the day. Over on NNE. What about S&P 500? Anything over here? Over on the SPY, are we doing anything big? SPY, guys, look at the bounce play off the S&P 500 so far. The S&P 500, this play has been getting very weak. S&P 500, or excuse me, not weak. This play has had a big bounce play off that 544 mark. So 544 bounce play, guys. NNE, woohoo! NNE, guys, look at NNE, woohoo! Woohoo! Look at NNE at this moment. NNE, guys, nice drop, $300, $400 over on NNE, all the way on down towards $18 over on NNE. NNE all the way on down here, guys, $300 over on this play. Congrats if you guys want to take some profits right now. Nothing wrong with that in any sort of way. So again, congratulations if you guys, again, just got a quick little dump on that one. Man, that was a little fast, though. I did not get out of this play. I'm still holding it, still in on this one right now, but we actually just had a big lower shadow all the way down towards $18 at this moment. So look at that. That thing just had a nice dump. Guys, it's at 18.12. Let's see if it can keep on falling and fading here. Let's see if we can keep on falling and fading over on NNE. Currently up almost $300 over on this one. Still has that little lower shadow at this moment. If you guys are happy with this play, take your gains at this moment. We're up $300 starting on off. Yeah, I'll take it. So right now, guys, I'm going to take a $300 profit. Just again, start fresh. We're just warming up. We're doing layup lines right now, guys. Make a couple little left-handed layups, getting a little bit of the Fruit Loops going, you know, just getting a little jelly roll going. So NNE, nice little reversal right there. Get the party started. Congratulations on everyone making some nice early money over on Money Monday. So there's, again, nice little reversal. Does everyone like that play? Let me ask you guys, what do you guys think about that play? NNE spiked on up. We saw the spread, $20 top resistance. Got some entries near $20 high. Nice little dump back on down towards $18. Nothing too crazy, nothing too big, but we're starting the party on up, right? We're starting this party on up. Hopefully some of you guys got there with me. So we're all set, ready to rock and roll. Right now, traders, all set. Thoughts on LRE? Dad, can we get ourselves involved in LRE? LRE, I want to see more of a move. I would get involved in LRE if it gets above like $15. Get above $15, LRE will be a nice move for us. Okay? AGFY, we got another like 10 cents. AGFY is getting a little bit of those higher lows though. Higher lows, trying to get a little bit of this, you know, pop on up. Getting ready to rock here. Seeing if this play is going to be able to squeeze and get that pop. Get that move. Still watching for this little bit of a corner here. Watching this one tighter and tighter and tighter. Dek, what are you drinking this morning? Got a little pre-workout earlier today. Got just a little pre-workout. Want to get the boys buzzing a little bit. Just getting myself, I don't drink any coffee. But I have a little pre-workout every now and then. Get myself rocking and rolling. Get a little caffeine in the blood. All set. So this pre-workout today, guys, put it in a couple scoops in Essentia. It's called, it's something mild. Something mild. Something, not that crazy. It's called 6 feet under. It says, if you take more than 1.5 scoops, you have a 90% chance of death. This is illegal in over 36 countries. You cannot buy this. This is not over the counter. Please do not bring over to a doctor. And again, do not call any sort of law enforcement. So again, no more than 1.5 scoops or death could be there. This is called 6 feet under. You guys can get it shipped over from Taiwan or Vietnamese. And it's pretty good, pretty tasty. I got cherry. So I like it cherry. But they say it's not too strong, but you know what? It depends on people's tolerance, at least. Sounds safe? Hey, it's safe as long as you don't take over 1.5 scoops. From what I'm reading. From what I'm reading, of course. Right now, we're looking for our next trade on the day. S&P 500. S&P 500 with a move here, guys. Look at the SPY. SPY Dek, how high will this get up towards? Let's take a look. SPY time frame, 30 minutes. SPY 30-minute time frame. Dek, how high can this spike on up towards? Next main resistance line is 546.50. 546.50. S&P 500 strong resistance. Look for a put position above 546.50. I think we're going to smash through that 546.50 to like 546.75 and then look for a put position. Let's look for that play here. Let's see what we got. I'm going to go, if I'm pulling the trigger here, it's going to be point SPX. So if I'm pulling the trigger, we're going point SPX. Today's date, 5,485 put contracts, 2 contracts, market order, and we want to wait until we're up towards around 546.80ish, 546.80. Pulling the trigger probably right around there. So again, SPY, when it hits 546.80, I am looking for a reversal on the day by trading puts on the SPY, or again, over on SPX. Got about, 60 cents here. So far, the SPY is up almost $2 on the day. Not going to be upset with a starting profit, though. Nice little starting profit so far. Still looking for that little pop and then that reversal back on down. Just take profits when we have them. Again, let's just keep adding up these profits here. AGFY at 66 cents. 66 cents, getting closer. We want 83 cents. Remember, guys, we want 83 cents over on that play. MLGO, we cannot short. REVB, we still want, again, to see if that one could get all the way up towards around, $4. It does not look like it's going to happen, though. LRE, we can get involved if this one breaks $5. And then NNE, this play is actually back on up. We're not going to get involved into it right now. We got the upper shadow, then the big red candle. Wait for the next possible move. Yep, we still want to wait until 83 cents on AGFY. AGFY is still holding its gains pretty well. Getting ourselves involved on this day here. SPY still looking to push itself on up. We want another about 40, 50 cents over on the S&P 500, I'm thinking. And then look for a little bit of reversal. Usually, again, when I'm trading at SPX, I look for like $500 profits. Take them when I have them. I think we're going to keep going up towards some new highs. And S&P 500 really has just been one great bounce play off that 544 mark. Ever since we bounced off 544, we basically have gone straight up. And that's the good news. The good news is, team, we have gone straight up with no red candles. So what do you guys think the odds are that a red candle is going to be coming pretty soon? Well, if we think about this, okay, let's just think about this together and clearly. The S&P 500 has gone from 544 to 545 to 546, and we have not had one significant pullback yet today. Is that a good sign or a bad sign? Well, if we're looking for a reversal, that's a good sign. Because the thing is, we have better odds. The farther we go up without any red candle, the better chance we have of turning when we get involved in on this play. Because the higher it goes, the higher it goes, the higher it goes, we should see some profit taking. Just like when we see right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, we start having a little reversal. 1, 2, 3, here's a little reversal. It's very rare to basically just see straight on up, and then guess what? No red candles. We have never gone straight on up and never saw a red candle. So the more red candles we have, the more time we do go straight up, straight up, straight up, the better chance that we're actually going to get involved on the perfect red candle opportunity where we do get that pullback. So really, again, for the strike price, all I'm looking for is to get involved right at the money. So for the SPY, if you want to get involved at 54675 strike price. So we're really just looking to put ourselves right at the money. Not, far out of the money, right at the money. Right at the money. And then, our contracts are going to have value right away. Still a little bit on up. Traders, I might change my contract to 545 or 5490. 5490. Better, a little better put contract. Guys are still going. Got high of the day, 54670 so far. We have strong resistance, as we know, at around the 54680-ish mark. First little red candle might be forming. We don't want it to form just yet. Guys, we're starting to spike on up here a little bit better. 54680. I'm going to pull the trigger here on my first put. I'm going first 2 contracts at the area that I believe could be a reversal area. So I'm doing 2 contracts here over on, again, this play. Looking to see, are we going to turn around this mark? 54710 could be another reversal area. I'm in right now just on 2 contracts. We have now gone 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27 minutes of just straight on up movement. We are due for a pullback here very, very soon. I'm just getting ready. I have not added any more than 2 contracts so far. Looking to see if that reversal is going to be coming for us. I only have 2 contracts, so I'm staying a little small until I see maybe a little bit more of an upper shadow, or I'll add when we go up another like 20 cents or so. High of the day so far, 546.95 at this moment. 546.95 is where we are at this time. Let's see if we're going to get a little reversal. We're starting to see a little upper shadow. I'm actually going to add another 2 contracts, go 4 contracts total here. 4 contracts total, because I'm seeing a little upper shadow starting to form right next to our blue line. Dek, what would you take profit-wise? Once we cross over probably $500, I'm going to look to take a $500 profit. So if we, again, cross over 500, I'll definitely look for about my $500 profit. Just get myself going on this day. 260. We're at 260, 300, 320, 340. Let's see if we can get a drop on down towards around like 54640, 54650s. Guys, here we go. There's 300. Let's see if we get this little drop. Let's see if we get this fade. We got 54660s. Remember, this is only a $3,000 investment. $3,800. There's 440, 460, $500. Take my profit. Just made $480. So, guys, there's $480, and now we're up $779 on the day. Bow! $779. Bow! $779 on the day. Bow! So, not too bad. So a $3,000 investment. $3,000 investment. Every single person can do what I'm doing. Every single person can make money when I'm making money. Every single person can get involved when I'm getting involved. We're all set here. We're all set, ready to go here. We're all set making money together. Congratulations. I'll be right back. Gonna go get a quick drink of water. All right. Hey, shout out to everyone here. Crushing it, doing their thing. Amazing work. Woohoo! All right. Awesome job, everyone. Awesome job. So there's again, nice little starting reversal opportunity for everyone. Want to make sure that you guys are all good. So, hey, traders. I mean, everyone should be. Is everyone in the green today? That's, again, important to me. I want to ask you guys this question right here and right now. Is everybody in the green today? We're up nearly $800. We just predicted the exact top over on the S&P 500. We said get involved right when we come up near this blue line. We pulled the trigger, was able to make just $500 out of this trade, $480, $300 from the other trade. Every single trader, I want you in the green today. So that's what I like. That's what I like. Traders, right now, we want to see if we're going to get ourselves back involved over on the SPY. We usually average about $1,000 per day. Right now, we're about $220 short of our average. Now, there might be, again, a couple people saying, Dek, how in the world did you know that we were going to reverse right here? What did I tell you, traders? Okay, guys. Question. How did I know we were going to reverse at this area? I've told you this before. Play the odds. The more green candles we have in a row, and without a red candle, the better chance a red candle is about to come on up. Let's think about this, as I always talk about, as a casino. If I'm playing blackjack here, and I see that we have a face card, an ace, a face card, an ace, a face card, a 10, a jack, a king, a queen, a jack, a queen, a king. We just went through all those cards. What are going to be the odds that the next few cards are going to be lower cards, numbered cards? A 6, a 5, a 4, 3, a 6, a 2. Those are going to be better chances that those are going to be coming on up here very soon. Same exact thing with the SPY. If I see we have all these green candles, what are the chances that a red candle is due very soon? Very high. So all I did here was say to myself, where is there going to be resistance? Where are we going to have trouble? So I went back into a 30-minute time frame. I said, where is there old trouble? And what I can see is we have a bounce play and a bounce play and a bounce play and a bounce play and a bounce play. And I said, hey, there's a lot of bouncing right around this like 546.75 mark. Bounce, 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 bounce. When we get up towards around 546.75, let's look for a reversal at this area, because that was an area that we had a lot of old bouncing at, which is most likely going to be the area we're going to turn at because we've had green candles all day. So did I do something miraculous here today? Did I do anything that's crazy? And you guys saying, Dek, how in the world do you figure this stuff on out? Guys, I'm just putting 2 to 2 together. We've had green candles all day. We haven't had a pullback yet. Most likely the pullback's going to be coming at where we had trouble in the past. Trouble at the past is right around 547 after having nearly 30 minutes of just straight climbing on up, 45 minutes of straight climbing. We're probably going to have a reversal at this area. Boom, easy as that. There's your $779 on the day. So it's just about thinking these things on through, and that's how you can be profitable. I want you guys to make money. I want you guys to crush it. I want you guys to realize, look at this, guys, SPY dumping. SPY dumping right now. Look at that SPY turning and crashing. Look at this play, guys. Look at it, turn and dump. NNE, great work. El Señor de los Traitors. I like saying your name. El Señor de los Traitors. People ask me this all the time as well. I say, Dek, how do you have such like a good like Spanish accent? Like when you speak Spanish, you don't sound American at all. Like you could pass for flying colors underneath, you know, a Spanish accent. Like if you close your eyes right now, anyone that can speak Spanish, and you just listen to me. El Señor de los Traitors. It's like, wow, 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 wow. ¿Dónde estás? La biblioteca. It's like, wow, this guy's good. This guy not only knows how to trade, he can go down to Colombia if he wanted to. Mid-size surprise gives me chills, Dek. I gotcha. I'm pretty good with nearly every accent. Every accent I can pretty much nail on the head. Doesn't matter what it is. I'm pretty solid. You would probably say you sound like one of our own. You sound like exactly how we all sound. I know. I'm pretty special. I'm a pretty special human being. And I appreciate all your support. I appreciate everyone's here. Guys, SPY getting a little bit weaker. SPY getting a little bit weaker. So looking at all of these plays. SPY looking for this little bit of a bounce. SPY still looking for a little bit of a bounce. Dek, do a Chinese accent. That's a little bit tougher. You can cheat if you want to. I feel like honestly I'm just doing all the stereotypical, like, and just the most stereotypical accents that you could possibly do. I feel like, honestly, if you want to ever try to do an Asian accent or a Chinese accent in any sort of way, the only thing I got here is to just breathe heavy for a little bit. That's it. That's it. That's just, That's all I got. Okay. How does that sound? That is my best Western or Eastern accent I can do. I think it's pretty solid. I think I could fit in over there. Oh man, I love you guys. Oh, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. Pretty good. SPY. SPY, man. Guys, when you woke up this morning, did you guys think that you were going to learn about this stuff today? Probably not. But I go the extra mile for you. SPY trying to get a little bit of this pullback. SPY trying to get a little bit of this pullback at this time. So, potential little bull flag pattern starting to form. Potential little bull flag starting to form. So right now, SPY right now, still watching this one. Looks like it's going to try to pop itself back on up here a little bit. EPOW. EPOW starting to spike on up. Where's some of our other plays here? Where's some of our other plays? We got AGFY. We hit 72 resistance, starting to fade back on down. EPOW right now trying to spike. EPOW's gone from 69 cents. Looks like it's trying to get on up towards right around this 91 cent mark. Is EPOW, do we want to pull the trigger here? Maybe on a quick one. EPOW, locate some shares. There are shares available to short over on EPOW. What I do like about EPOW is it's trying to consistently push itself on up here. Look at EPOW at this moment, team. EPOW, up towards around 96 cents, just got halted. EPOW, up towards 96 cents, just got halted towards the upside. Gabe, for now on deck, I'm only typing in Spanish here for you. You're going to learn Spanish while teaching trading. Love it. Love it. I love the dual action, the dual learning that we're going to have going on here. I like that a lot. Got a lot of good things going on here. A lot of good things to be learning about. I'm watching EPOW. I want to see, is there any sort of news over on EPOW at this time? Any sort of news over on EPOW? Anything that we need to get ourselves involved in over on EPOW? EPOW, room to run up towards around 104, 105. I like it. A part of me wants to short EPOW. 200-day moving average is right up towards around 109. How much are EPOW shares available to short? EPOW. Let's say I want to get 20,000 shares to short this play here. It only costs... Okay, guys, it looks like a lot of people are looking to short EPOW right now. It's gonna go to 0 here for a second, most likely. Yeah. EPOW did just have a lot of shares available to short. Right now, there's only 137 left. Everyone's looking to get involved in EPOW here pretty soon. Because I want to get, 20,000 shares. We probably have to wait a little bit. SPY right now. SPY, little bit of a bull flag pattern over on the SPY. Probably is going to try to get back up towards around that 547 mark. I would not be surprised if, the S&P 500 tries to get back up towards around that 547 mark. I do want to look for some potential shorting over on EPOW. It's up 60% at this moment. Has gone from 67 cents all the way up to 96 cents. I think the 200-day moving average is going to be the next main resistance line. If it breaks the 200-day moving average, has room to go all the way up towards around 130. So it's either a 109 or 130. Those are basically like your opportunities to look for a short. 109 or 130. Guys, there are shares back available on EPOW. 20,000 shares cost $50. Let's take a look. www.nasdaqtrader.com/traderholtz. EPOW got halted at 10:23 and 45 seconds. So EPOW 10:23, 45 seconds. That means it'll get unhalted at 10:28 and 45 seconds. Oh man, I'm actually thinking about it, guys. Get involved over on EPOW here. EPOW, let's take a look at it. Break this play on down. We can look at probably 1,000 shares at a time. Limit order. What could we be looking at? We can go over towards, let's just kind of go with a couple different areas. Let's go to 105, right? 104. And can we put entries right now during the halt? Yep, it'll allow us put it in positions. You know, not in the play, but a pending order. So we have 104. I'll do 1,000 shares here. Let's go up to like 106. Let's just go up, you know, every single penny here. 1,000 shares, every single penny, riding it all the way on up. Expecting to basically hit, you know, maybe 110, 111, and then, you know, start getting that reversal. So I just want to basically ride myself up this trade. And if we can get a pullback back down to sub $1, we could be able to make a lot of cash. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10,000 shares right there. Let's just start with 10,000 shares. And if we can get a nice pullback and drop, beautiful. If it keeps on going, then I'm going to get out and look to re-enter up towards around 130. Guys, this is going to be getting unhalted at what time exactly? We have 10:28. Let's say EPOW 10:28 and 45 seconds. 10:28 and 45 seconds. Take a look over on my entry box over on the chart here. This is every single entry. Here, 1,000 shares each over on this play. So this is going to be about a $10,000 investment over on EPOW. Right around a $10,000 investment over on EPOW. Watching to see if we can get filled all the way up, form an upper shadow, drop back on down. Go on up, form an upper shadow, drop back on down. If it hits a couple, then falls, great. I would like to put myself up, you know, another $500 or so. That's kind of the goal. Put myself up another $500 out of this play and then get after it. Guys, we should be getting unhalted here in about 10 seconds. All eyes over on EPOW. All eyes over on EPOW should be getting unhalted in about 10 seconds here. EPOW live. Guys, EPOW is live. I am in on this play right now with only 1,000 shares. Only 1,000 shares got filled on my EPOW. Only 1,000 shares got filled on my EPOW. Hey, if it ever started dumping, fine. Guys, just got 2,000 shares over on EPOW. 2,000 shares over on EPOW. Few more now. 4,000 shares over on EPOW. 4,000 shares over on EPOW. 4,000 shares over on EPOW. I would like to see it dump back on down towards $1 or, excuse me, 90 cents. But you know what? I am still, again, riding this play all the way up towards like 114, 115, looking to see if we can get that reversal, a nice big red candle. Once I get up towards around a $500 profit, though, that's probably where I will take my gains. Cost basis is 106 right now. Cost basis is 106 at this moment. Here's a little bit of a drop, $260 so far, $278 so far. Come on, let's get up towards, you know, 300 plus. I want to see, again, that crack of under $1, fall back down towards like 90 cents. 200-day moving average over on the daily chart. Take a look at the daily chart. That 200-day moving average was hit, and that's why we could start getting that reversal back on down. We break that 200-day moving average. That's where things could start spicing back on up, though. We are currently up $130 over on this trade with 4,000 shares at this moment. It's about a $4,000 investment. I would like to see, again, this one get a nice red candle, fade and fall back down towards the low 90 cents. Have 2,000 shares typed out at a time at this time. Right now, still watching this one. Looking for that crack back underneath $1. Still have entries up high that have not gotten filled all the way up towards, you know, 115. But if we start going back down to 90 cents and I'm up over $500, I'll take my profits. Right now, we are up $900 on the day. Remember, I average $1,000 per day usually. So I would like to see this crack. Get that red candle. Deck, where's a realistic red candle? Yeah, low 90s. Low 90s, high 80s would be a realistic area that we could be able to make our profits. If it does, again, shoot its way on up, we could go all the way up towards, again, that 130 mark. Right now, we're up 76% at this time. Guys, just had a couple more entries that were filled right there. Couple more entries that were filled. I got 9,000 shares total at this time filled. Still did not get my last share filled. Last shares at around 114. Those did not get filled just yet. The cost basis is 109. Cost basis is 109 at this time. Would love to see that big upper shadow, get that nice big pullback, get that nice drop all the way back on down towards sub $1. So I still have, as you guys could see, still one order that did not get filled up towards around that 114 mark. One order did not get filled at that 114 area just yet. I would love to see, again, that nice upper shadow dump on down towards sub $1 here. Take our profits, make a nice killing. Got 9,000 shares at this moment. I always like to just type out half, 4,500, then 4,500. If we ever do get a nice dump, I could take half my gains, take another half. So we're still waiting for that little upper shadow to form. See if we can get that reversal all the way back on down. Let's switch on over to about a 2-minute time frame here. So far, we had this nice big spike. We're at $260. Let's see if we get that crack underneath $1 here. Crack underneath $1, fade back on down, start getting some weakness. Put ourselves up another 500 and be able to cross over that $1,000 mark on the day. Get ourselves where we really want to be. Cost base is 109, 9,000 shares, about a $9,000 investment at this moment. Still looking for that first, nice solid red candle to reverse back on down. Up 170 right now. 104. $1 is main support. Maybe take half your gains around $1 support. 350. Looking for that crack back on down to sub $1. That'll push me up over, again, $500 in profits. 103 here. 102s. We're almost there. 536.20. Take gains. Take gains. Why is it not going through? Oh, I still have a pending order. Yikes-a-roni. We're up 440 here. Guys, 500. There's $500 again. Here's again $620. We're getting a little bit more of a sell-off. Take half your position. Half your position's out. Other half right here. Taking it. $500 in profit. All right, guys. Just again made $485. I'm now up $1,300 on the day. Up $1,300 on the day now. Over on that position. Over on this play. Happy with that. And again, now we're still crushing it, doing our thing. Man, amazing job, amazing work. All right. So guys, $1,300 on the day. There is my average on the day right here. We have won every single trade we have gotten ourselves involved in. We have won every single trade that we have touched. We have won every single alert that we have put out there. And we are just consistently making this money here. So there is, again, another great day of trading, another great opportunity, another great morning of really just getting after it with the squad. Beautiful, beautiful stuff from everyone here, right, guys? Beautiful stuff from everyone right here. Obviously, I'm doing it live. I'm telling you my exact entries. I'm telling you exactly what I'm looking for. So this thing is, we're doing great so far, guys. Congratulations, everyone making some money. Congratulations, everyone, of course, crushing it right now. This is the way I love to start off a week. It's the way I love to start off a week with consistency. And the thing is, guys, guess what? We're doing some shorts. We're doing some options, right? We're doing some shorts. We're doing some options. We're making some great cash here. Got ourselves involved in EPOW. Got ourselves involved over on SPX. Got ourselves involved over on NNE. Those are, again, the stocks that, we really like and the stocks that, we've been crushing on right now. Do have EPOW already starting to get a little bit weaker. But all you guys got to do, as we know, is take profits when we have them. Take profits, take these gains when we have them. Money-making opportunities. Here's EPOW starting to get a little bit more of a crack. So EPOW already starting to get a little bit more of a crack right now. Guys, there's the EPOW dump. EPOW dump. EPOW dump. Down towards 97 cents. So EPOW still dumping at this moment. Trader, it's been a good day. It's been a good opportunity. Been a good morning so far. It's been a great morning so far. A lot of fun trading, a lot of fun opportunities, a lot of big profits already, and it's only Money Monday as we talked about. Little puppy just showed up right here. Hey puppies. Hi papas. Hi papas. Hi papas. So 3 for 3. Now, Dek, are you going to keep on trading? What's your game plan right now? It's only been an hour of trading. I would like to, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? One more trade? One more trade. One more trade. One more trade. One more trade. But at the same time, we've already hit our targets. We've already hit our goals. We already hit our average. $1,300 in profit right now. We take a look over on this, guys. We go over to calculator. Let's see here. $1,300. We average this. Times this by 5. That's $6,500 in a week. Times that by 4 weeks in a month. That's $26,000 a month. We times this by 12. $312,000 a year. What I just did today, getting involved in here and here and here, that's $300,000 a year. People say, oh, Dek, how can you make 6 figures trading stocks? Guys, to make 6 figures trading stocks isn't really that difficult when you think about it. $100,000 divided by 251 days in the stock market, right? That's $398 per day. You make $398 per day, you're making 6 figures a year. I'm not saying you got to make $2,000. You're not going to make $3,000 per day. Make, again, a little over $300, and you are making $100,000 a year. Now, let's say again, $100,000, Dek. Well, my average, my salary right now is $60,000. If your salary is $60,000, let's divide that by 251. You're making $239. Do you know how quick you can make $239 in a day? So even if you match your salary at your 9-to-5 job, and now you don't have a boss, now you don't have to go to a commute, now you don't have to be an employee, now you can do everything on your own time when you want to in your own office as your own trader, hey, that's a great trade-off. Make the same amount of money, but you don't have to commute or go into the office or, again, listen to your boss. You could make your own hours. So, that's what I want you guys realizing. Right now we're doing it. How is the next week going to work with Independence Day? Is it going to be a half day or is the market closed? Next week, stock market's closed on Thursday. And as you guys could really imagine, really nobody's going to be here probably on Friday. So just a little heads on up. Next week, we have July 4th on Thursday. And then, yes, the stock market's open on Friday, but to be honest, no one's really going to be here on Friday because we just had July 4th on Thursday. And then if you think there's going to be any sort of volume in the market on Fridays, most likely not. So yeah, that's still next week. Still next week, not this week. Do we have a half day Wednesday of next week as well? Is that true? We have a half day on Wednesday? So let's see here. Next week, 2024, Independence Day, Thursday, July 4th. Each market will close early at 1 p.m. On Wednesday, July 3rd. Wow. So yeah. So guys, this is kind of crazy. Next week, there's not really too much trading going on. Next week, we have a half day on Wednesday. We have off on Thursday. And then as you can imagine, probably no one's really going to be here on Friday because everyone's going on vacation or hanging out at parties or whatever they're doing on July 4th. So next week, we really only have 2.5 weeks of trading. Just a little heads up for every single person there next week. Yep. Also, guys, everyone, AK-47 is having a big July 4th party. Every single person's invited. I will drop his address on Twitter so everyone can go to his house. Just show up at his house on July 4th. Just you're good. I'll email it to everyone. I'm gonna put it over on all social media sites. I'm going to put it on Craigslist so everyone can go. So yeah, if you see a Craigslist ad this weekend for AK-47's house, just go to that address. EPOW saying, Tio, got 1,000 shares short on EPOW at 102. Holding, do you think I get out? I would like you to get out, sub 90 cents so you can make over $120 or so. But most likely you're going to get a little pop back up towards around like that 107, 108 mark. Just be aware of that. So if you're staying underneath $1, great. The ultimate goal is to go underneath 90 cents. If you don't feel comfortable, just get out right now and break even. But if you say, all right, hey, you know what? I like this play. I think it's going to fall 200-day moving average, strong resistance. Then again, hold this as long as it stays underneath the 200-day moving average. So far, so good, though, on the day. So far, so good. Nice profit overall on this day. I'm just kind of, if we do get one more trade in, that's going to be awesome. But I want to make sure that it's a money maker for everyone. I want to make sure it's a money maker. It looks like the S&P 500 is about to have a pullback. S&P 500 should fall on down towards 545, 50. Looks like we have a little wedge pattern right now. Small little wedge pattern over on the S&P 500 at this moment. Now, MLGO, there's no shares available to short. So MLGO, nothing I can do there. There's no shares available to short over there. I would say if we're going to get involved, we get involved on one more S&P 500 trade. S&P 500 trade. Here's that little pullback at this moment. A little bit of that pullback over on the SPY. Point SPX. So I just want to take a look, guys. Look at SPX right now, or SPY, getting a little bit of that fade, a little bit of that drop. It might get a quick little bounce play back on up. I'm thinking actually calls here really quickly. 5,475, 2 contracts. Notice how it's trying to get a little bounce play right back above this, orange line. Maybe quick little market order with 2 contracts and actually do call contracts. 5,475. Let's just even get back above this line here. Let's just watch this for a moment. Maybe 2 contracts coming up. Maybe. For a little consolidation and a little bounce play back on up. So this would be the order I do. SPX June 24th, 5,705. Call contracts, 2 market orders. Seeing if we're going to get a bounce here. Bounce here. Let's move this down a little bit lower. And then see if we can start getting a green candle back on up above that, 545 area. Or 545.50, 545.70. Back up near around 546. So it's definitely trying to hold itself on up. Type in SPY here. Go back to SPX. It's definitely fighting this area. Might get one more little lower shadow. Watching this little wedge here. But I might pull the trigger on 2 to 4 contracts coming on up if we can hold this little wedge. If we can hold this little wedge, I will again look for a bounce play and see if this is going to get some movement for probably about 2 contracts. Market order. There's again a little bit of that bounce. See how it's staying inside the wedge right here? Still, it's staying inside the wedge. That's the most important thing. As long as you stay inside the wedge, you got a good opportunity that it's going to bounce back up towards, the 545.90 mark in time. So it's in a 2-minute time frame right here. But, you are inside the wedge, and that's the most important thing. Staying inside the wedge. NVDA starting to get a dump. NVIDIA, guys. Guys, bounce play on NVIDIA is down towards 118. 118 main support line over on NVIDIA. Taking a look again back here this morning over in the news alerts on Fox Runner. Again, NVIDIA breakdown and current levels. You can see support lines on NVIDIA are 124 and 118. Over the last 3 days, we have seen lower lows. Bears currently have control after reaching a brand new high. So as you guys can see right here, our bounce play, NVIDIA at 118 region. So 118, next dip buy and bounce play over on this one. So just make sure that you guys are all set. I'm going to share this. On watch, for 118. So we are going to be, again, focused over there. See NVIDIA, how much lower this one can fall. If the S&P 500 does fall, it's going to fall until NVIDIA finds support at 118. So the S&P 500 possibly could dump back on down here. And the reason why I could dump back on down is because NVIDIA does not have any opportunities to find support. MLGO just hit a new high of the day. So MLGO, new high of the day at this moment. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. All right, traders, right now at this moment, still watching the video, S&P 500. S&P 500 is underneath the wedge, though. This is not a good sign for anyone that's on calls. S&P 500 is underneath the wedge. NVIDIA at this time is dumping on down. Remember, low 118s is the next possible dip buy. Low 118s, next possible dip buy. SPY is still falling. SPY still getting weaker right here. Low 118s, next dip buy over on NVDA if you are interested. Once again, S&P 500 comes on down. Once the S&P 500 comes on down to the area when NVDA is at 118 is where I'm expecting a bounce. So probably right around that 545 mark. So I'm actually going to still be watching the trade SPY, but I'm going to do that once NVIDIA comes on down towards that 118 area. So I'm actually going to go to call contracts. Let's go down to 5,465 and then go from there. So this is what I'm looking for. Notice what we have. This is my next possible trade here today. We have NVIDIA just came on down towards a 118. 118 is the bounce play area that a lot of traders are focused on. Take a look at NVIDIA. We can see in the past chart history here, we can see bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play. We go to the current day today. This is where we're currently sitting, right around that 118 mark. So if we're looking over on NVIDIA, we're saying when NVIDIA comes on down towards 118, we should see a bounce play. We can correlate that over to the S&P 500 because NVIDIA has basically been leading the S&P 500 to figure out where is the bounce play going to be over here. So I'm thinking as the S&P 500 comes on down towards on the 544.60 mark, 544.50 mark, that is when NVIDIA is going to be back on down towards around that 118 area and where we could get a good dip buy. So we are right around that area right as we're speaking right now. We have the S&P 500 just had a little bit of a pullback. Let's see if we can go a little bit lower. A little bit of a pullback. Guys, we are at a pretty decent area right here. I'm going to do 2 contracts at this time. See if we get a bounce play. Oop, I only did 1 contract here. Only did 1 contract. I'm actually going to add a little bit more and look to see if we get a bounce play. I'm going to do 3 contracts here, seeing if we're going to get a nice bounce play back on up. Dek, what are you going to be looking for? I'm going to look for about $300 plus on this trade. $300 plus on this trade. Push myself on up, get a little bit of money here. This is a $3,000 investment, and I again got 3 contracts at this time, looking for a nice solid green candle back above 545 over on the SPY. Back above 545, this should be able to pay out over $300. So watching this closely here to see if we can get a nice green candle on NVDA, which will lead towards a nice green candle over on the S&P 500, which will again be a nice green candle over on SPX. We're basically following the money here. There's $250 at this time. Let's see if we get a little bit of a pop on up and start getting a little bit momentum. There's $310, $340. Let's take our gains and, oh, still got again 1 more contract. Keep again realizing we got that 1 extra contract, and there's $290. So guys, just made another $290 on the day off a $3,000 investment. So we basically were just able to get underneath 10%, a 9% return in the matter of 2 minutes. There's a nice big green candle as well over on this trade, and now we are currently up $1,500 on the day. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for me. I'm good. I just made $1,500 by winning every single trade that I've alerted to you guys. Every single alert here, every single trade here, every single play here, every single one has been a winner. With ideas, with credibility, with breaking it on down. If you traded the first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one, whatever one you traded with me, you have won on. So that's the beautiful thing about being here live while I'm trading. Every single one of these alerts are winners. Every single person should be green. Those investments that I did on the S&P 500 were $3,000, both of them. They were a $290 return and a $480 return, a 9% return and a 12% return. NNE was a little bit more expensive, but $300,000 profit. EPOW, $485 in profit. We're at $1,554, 4 for 4 on the day. And again, I'm happy where I'm at. I'm happy with my gains. I'm happy with my profits. So, absolutely beautiful here. Absolutely beautiful right here. Making sure everyone's coming out on top. Making sure everyone's a winner. Making sure everyone is, of course, doing what they do best. Baby, oh baby, oh baby. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Nice work here, team. Nice work from everyone. I love it. I love this job. I love this job. I love this job. I love how everyone sees exactly what I'm doing. I love how it makes sure that you guys are all set, and we're a team here. We're a community here. We want to make sure every single person is coming out on top. That's what guys, it's not just, oh, Dek's winning. I want to see everyone winning. Now, if you're saying, oh, Dek, I'm not winning. Is it because, you're being hesitant? Is it because you're just watching and waiting? Is it because, you're gambling? Is it, you got to figure out, what is going on with your trades. But I want to make sure 99% of people are coming out on top. 99% of people are winning here. So you guys are all set, ready to rock. Take a look, NVDA. NVDA getting that bounce play right off 118. NVDA getting that bounce play right off that 118 mark. Exactly as alerted. Exactly as we talked about over on NVIDIA. We also have that right here on Fox Runner, right? Fox Runner, NVIDIA, let's talk about it. Where will the bounce play be? Switch to a 30-minute time frame and look for this channel. We have a major support line at 123 and major support line at 118. We can say they are major support lines from multiple bounces in this past history, a very shortened time frame. After 3 days of falling, buyers will be looking for a bounce at these areas. This is where we'll be watching today. Let's also think about worst case scenario. If we see a crack of 118, not only will 118 and 124 hold as resistance, but the 13 EMA will also be bearish. So, NVDA right here, giving us the heads on up that 118 area is that perfect dip buy and bounce play. So, watching the markets start moving on up from here. Traders, as I said, you only have until Wednesday, right, to sign up to Fox Runner if you guys do want free access throughout the summer. Yes, you do still need to sign up to the membership. Yes, you still need to enter your credit card, but you still get, 2 free months of Fox Runner. Wednesday, they're switching it to a 7-day pass. So if you guys, again, are interested in getting this, getting all this stuff right here, you guys, again, Fox Runner News Scanner, make sure you guys go ahead, check that on out, sign up now so that you guys are all good, because starting up on Wednesday is when they're switching it on over. But I want to make sure that you guys are all getting that 2 months of access here. So again, the news scanner here, and it's same exact scanner that I use every single day. Guys, look at that bounce play off NVDA. Look at that bounce play off NVDA right here off that 118 mark. Look at the S&P 500 bounce play. So boom, boom, boom. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I love it. I love it. Look at that perfect bounce play. Mohammed, nope, you don't need any sort of discount code. Just sign up right now because it's a 2-month pass for everyone right now. So all you got to do is just sign up and you'll be all set. No code needed at all. SPY still trying to push itself on up even more. S&P 500 trying to get itself back inside that wedge for anyone that's over on call contracts at this time. Guys, look at the SPY. Look at the SPY's bounce play. Look at the SPY's bounce play right here. Look at the SPY's dip buy. Look at the SPY's bounce play right here, traders. Absolutely great. Look how big that dip buy. Look how big that bounce play has been over on the SPY. Little bit of a pullback happening right now at this moment. Guys, I am good with my trades. I am good with my trades here. $1,500 to kick off my Money Monday. 4 trades. I don't need any more. I don't need any more today. That is making me, again, all set and ready to go. Whale, maybe. Again, banking over on SPX. And remember, all I did over on that trade was I said to myself, hey, you know what? NVDA is going to get a dip buy. I know NVIDIA is going to get a bounce play at 118. You could buy NVIDIA. But if NVIDIA is moving on up, I know SPY is going to move on up. Okay, you could buy SPY or NVIDIA. But wait a minute. I want to make a lot of money. So let me go ahead and trade SPX. So I could buy NVDA, I could trade SPX, or I could trade SPY. 3 different plays. Doesn't matter which one you pick. They're all going to be money makers. They're all going to be profitable. So those are all, of course, how great these are. That's all, again, just leading towards some awesome plays and awesome opportunities here. So SPY still pushing on up. Team, you will have some sort of resistance, most likely up towards this area. 546, probably 546.40. If you guys want another quick one, I'm tempted. Another quick reversal. 546.40 is going to be a quick reversal. Maybe get in, get out type of deal. 546.40. SPX will be up towards around 5485. 5485 put contracts. 2 contracts, market order. I see maybe a quick 546.40, 546.35. I might do a quick one. Quick in and out, but it might even start fading and falling from there. So let me just see here. Because this one is still trying to push, still trying to get some momentum. We've already had, again, a nice, big dip buy. We've already had a nice big move. Remember, if we keep on going even higher and higher and higher, we could easily see 1 or 2 red candles. So maybe a quick little 546.25, 546.40. We basically hit it. Next thing you know, we're back on down towards this bottom area. So I just want to see if we got a quick little move on up. But we are still trading absolutely beautifully today. Trading beautifully. Making this money here today. We have top resistance, top resistance, top resistance. Looking for a little bit of a pop on up. Already starting to have its pullback at this time. Already starting to get a little pullback, so no entry. Already starting to get its pullback, no entry. Traders, I do want to open up the floor here. Does anyone have any sort of questions, comments, concerns, anything that you guys need whatsoever at all? So again, I want to open up the floor to all you guys at this moment. Any questions, comments, concerns? Happy to help you guys on out with anything that you guys need. Louis, when will you be bringing in other traders? So the summer boot camp, guys. I know everyone's so excited about that. Summer boot camp, I get it. We got 10 traders all set, ready to go. Again, we're just we got some things on the back end. We're just trying to get all set up, ready to go. I love your enthusiasm. I love how hyped you are. I love how pumped you are. I love how ready to rock and roll you are. It just really comes on down to the pure fact that I want you guys to say to yourself right now and at this moment, hey, I'm putting it together. I'm putting it together. I will give you guys all the, the big heads on up when it's going to be happening. But that next, summer boot camp here, that is going to be, it's going to be huge. It's going to be so exciting and so great. Margarita, when is the next mastermind? We are going to probably have another New York meetup sometime like midsummer, probably right after the boot camp to kind of celebrate, us being done with the summer boot camp. Also, traders, little heads on up. In the fall, we are going to be, for, again, people that are interested, I'm just putting this together. I'll keep you guys updated on it. But in the fall, we are going to be heading back out to Utah. If anyone is interested, staying at the mansion over there, and we are going to be having a golf mastermind. We're going to trade all morning in live, in person, and then again, we're going to play some awesome golf courses out there, in canyons, off the mountains, all that fun stuff. So if anyone is interested in a golf mastermind, we wake up, we trade all morning, we have fun, we live in the house together, and then in the afternoons, once we're done making our money, we're going to go play some awesome courses with me, with everyone else that's going to be joining us. So we're probably going to take probably 8 people, or probably 7 people, because 8 will be myself. We'll have 2 foursomes, and of course, we'll be live trading every single morning. So if the golf mastermind sounds like something that you'd be interested on it, definitely send me an email. Or on top of that, guys, I'm going to be putting out some details in the near future. So I always like to have some fun. I always want to be able to meet you guys. Obviously, we had our ski masterminds where we, again, traded all morning. Then we went skiing and snowboarding. Same exact thing, guys, only we're going to be having a golf mastermind in the fall coming on up, which I think is going to be an absolute blast. Trade all morning, and then of course, in the afternoons for any big golfers out there, we're going to have some fun and be able to do that, bonding and being able to grow together as a team and be able to have some fun there. So we have some huge things coming on up. We have a summer boot camp coming up. After the summer boot camp, we'll have another New York City mastermind. After that, in the fall, we are going to have a golf mastermind for those that are interested, and then we'll see what else we have, for events in the future. So yeah, make sure you guys are all good. Dennis, coming back on out to Utah, buddy. Awesome. The Browns, what should we do if Fox Runner is not giving us the 7-day offer saying that we do not have an active subscription? The Browns, you still have to, again, sign up to Fox Runner. So again, you do have to sign up. You still have to put in your credit card. You still have to get a membership, but you won't be charged anything until 2 months down the road. So little heads on up. You, again, still have to sign up, but you won't be charged until 2 months. So yeah, make sure you guys are all set there. And be on the lookout for the golf mastermind. Tio, NNE, is this a good short again? I missed out on the first one. So NNE, this play coming up $20. I like what you're thinking, TEO. What you have right here, a couple big things that are standing out to me. Number one, you guys do have that upper shadow, right? You see upper shadow right here. Look at the reversal. Number two, you got the upper shadow right here. You're looking for the reversal. I would, just to be more confident, wait for that trend line to crack. So yes, either pull the trigger right now and know that you have to fall underneath the trend line, or wait for the trend line to crack, and then with the upper shadow, you should see a pullback. So I'm not going to get involved into it, but I will let you know that is a good opportunity as long as it cracks the trend line with that upper shadow. If it holds the uptrend, it's going to keep on going on up. But I like what you're thinking. I like what you're seeing. I like the idea that you have there. No, again, for the Utah one, guys, I get it. Last year we had so many people want to come to the ski mastermind that we had to have 2. But, we're only having just a little heads on up for next year. We're having 1 golf mastermind in the fall, and we're having 1 more ski mastermind in the winter. We're not going to do 2 ski masterminds. We're going to do 1 big ski mastermind, and we're going to be having 1 big golf mastermind out there. So if you guys are interested in coming, staying in the huge, again, trading mansion out there, that's going to be so much fun. And obviously, I would love for all you guys to be able to come on through. Obviously, yes, there will be a fee. We do have transportation. We do have a personal chef. We do have a driver. We do all of our live trading. We are, again, going to pick you up from the airport. We are going to be able to drive you around everywhere. We're going to feed you. So you guys will be all set, ready to go. For everyone that came over to the ski one, how was the food? You guys like the food last time? You guys like the breakfast, the dinners, little champagne party at the end? It's pretty solid. Pretty good stuff. Absolutely, Dennis. Great time, man. Man, today, these are all my orders today, guys. Little heads on up. All my orders on the day so you guys can see them. I just want to be transparent. I don't want to ever be, and I won't ever be, a mentor that doesn't trade live in front of you. I'm not going to be a mentor that's going to hide my P&L. I'm not going to be a mentor that isn't showing you exactly what I'm doing. You are here to learn. You are here to make money. You are here to come out on top. That's why it's so important that you actually get that. So every single day, I'm showing you my live P&L. Every single day, I'm showing you my live brokerage statements. Every single day, I'm trading in real time. Every single day, I'm showing you exactly what stock, exactly what ETF, exactly the best contracts, the best entry price. I'm giving it to you all. Every single day, making sure that you are growing and learning. Imagine if you had to learn math. Okay, let's just think about this for a second. Imagine if I said, I'm going to teach you calculus today, but everyone close your eyes. And all you could do is hear me teach you calculus. That's very difficult to do, isn't it? It's very difficult to grasp something if you can't see it. That's why I always show my P&L. That's why I'm doing this live. That's why you guys can see me and see my emotions and see everything that's happening. Because I want you to take in everything. Take in from my entries and my support lines and my stop loss and my targets and my chart patterns and my investments and my live trades and what I'm doing as a person so that you can grow and you can become better and you can say to yourself, all right, I can now take this and now make it into my trading. Every single day, I want to make sure you guys are getting that. So it's so important. Amazing job. Amazing work from everyone here. Michael Black, what's my indicators? 13 EMA, 200-day SMA, 50-day SMA, and the VWAP. The moving averages are only on the daily chart. Only on the daily chart on moving averages. That's it. Don't use moving averages on the 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 minute chart. They're not going to work very well. Danny, hey Dek, do you think the stockholder annual meeting on NVIDIA will have any effect by the 26th? Not really, to be honest. Right? You know, we'll see, probably not really, unless, I mean, who knows? I could wake up one morning and all of a sudden there's some sort of big news on NVIDIA. I can't really give you an exact answer, but probably not within the next 2 days. Probably we're going to start seeing a lot of action, a lot of hype either right at the end of this week when we do have brand new inflation data, and then probably the following week. Because again, next week's going to be a little tricky with July 4th. Reese saying, Dek, I'm out on the day. Made a nice $200 from Holland. Off to ride some bicycle now. Is definitely interested in New York City and Utah. Hope everyone banks today. Nice. Enjoy it. Have some fun. Beautiful. Trading on vacation. Trading on vacation. And now again, made $200 and is now going out riding some bicycles. For anyone who does not know, if you go to Holland with 200 American dollars, that is the equivalent to having over $20,000 in America. Dek, is that true? I don't know, but it sounds good. Sounds pretty good to me. So Mohammed, what chart are you using on indicator? So just a little heads on up. You know, if you guys want to see what are my best indicators, what are everything, remember everything is right in the video library here. So you're saying, Dek, how do you read a level 2? Level 2 lesson, part 1. Level 2 lesson, part 2. Hey, float and volume. How do you find support and resistance? What are your favorite indicators? How do you read a candlestick? How do you think about how other traders think? What are the best time frames? How do I read trend lines? What are the best breakout chart setups? How do I trade options? How do I find the hot news? What are short squeezes? How do you make a morning watch list? How do you get involved in the best entry? How do you short plays? Traders, take advantage of this. It's all right here. If you're a member on Tradecaster.com, if you're a member on Tradecaster, you have access to all of this. Make sure you guys are all set. So again, study up. Make sure you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll. Study up here, everyone. Reese says, my girlfriend says hey. She made me say hey after she heard you speak. I apologize, Reese. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've never even met your girlfriend. I have no idea. I'm sorry. Nope. Hey, go ride some bikes. Go ride some bicycles. Get out of here. But I mean, I don't even know who she is. I have no idea. Oh. Hey, Reese, enjoy your vacation, buddy. Let's see here. Let's look for this next move. Right now, 11-12. See you, Reese, buddy. Enjoy it. All right, team. Kind of looking around for this last little bit. NNE still holding on that uptrend. NNE right now still on the uptrend. AGFY is fading on down. MLGO has no shares available to short. No shares available to short, but that one is starting to climb a little bit. S&P 500 at this point. S&P 500 inside this close little wedge at this time. So we still are inside this little bit of a wedge. But traders, I am happy on this morning. So Dek, is that it on the day? No. I'm going to jump back on the mic. I say 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock, guys. Let's jump back on the mic and let's look for maybe another trade or so. Does that sound like a good idea? So I say 2 o'clock. We jump back on the mic. We look to see if we have any more action, any more hype, any more volume, and we try to push ourselves up over $2,000 on the day. But right now we are at $1,554. I don't think there's a reason for us to keep forcing until we go red. Because that's what I feel like I'm going to do. I'm going to trade again, maybe win. Trade again, but then I lose. Why am I going to trade until I lose? Why not walk away a winner and then I come back when I see new setups, new volume, new hype, and new action? Okay? So, incredible job from everyone today. Incredible opportunities for you guys today. Way to kick off this Money Monday, everyone. Way to kick off this Money Monday. Congratulations, traders. Congratulations, team. The S&P 500 inside this wedge. We're taking our gains. We're walking away. And I'll see you guys back here after lunch hours. Sound good? Hey, congratulations one more time to everyone. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys crushed it. And I hope you guys are getting ready to rock and roll for this afternoon. Let's get back to it. Enjoy again the chat. Enjoy the other traders. Enjoy the video library. And as always, help me wrap this thing on up, guys. You guys know it in 3, 2, 1. Ah! Woo!
I got a feeling that I can't erase. Just a feeling that I won't leave behind. Because it's something that it's on my mind. I guess it goes like na 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 na
I call this cappuccino.
Did you make a profit today? Did you come out on top today? I'm the Batman.
I got this question the other day. Why are you
So
successful?
I ball so hard, motherfucker.
$1,000 profit today.
First niggas gotta find me.
$700.
50 grand to a motherfucker like me. Can you please remind me? Ball so hard, this shit crazy.
$1,000.
Y'all know that don't shit phase. And as we go,
Lock it on up.
I'm 32 when I look at you like this shit crazy. Ball so hard, this shit weird. We ain't even pro be here. Ball so hard since we
1,400.
here. It's only right that we be fair.
Who's ready for $1 million year?
You should be asking how to be successful.
Jackson, Tyson, Jordan, Game 6.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 7 days a week. Every hour, every minute, every second, night after night, I'll be fucking you right 7 days a week.
Man, I need ways, still miss looking all day. Someday, yeah, it hurts to say, but I want you to stay. Sometimes.
Attention Walmart, this is Gail Lewis signing out.
I'm slipping into the lava, and I'm trying to keep from going under. Baby, hold on to push it harder, 'cause I'm burning up for you, baby.
Yeah, about to catch another fight. The apple bottom make 'em wanna bite. I just wanna have a good night. I just wanna have a good night. Hold up, if you don't know, now you know. If you broke, then you gotta let him go. You could have anybody, any money, more. 'Cause when you were boss, you could do what you want.
Well, I was sitting, waiting, wishing you believed in superstitions. Then maybe you'd see the signs. But Lord knows that this world is cruel, and I ain't the Lord. No, I'm just a fool, and I'm loving somebody don't make them love you.
Yeah, 'cause girls is players too. Yeah, 'cause girls is players too.
Must I always be waiting on you?
Yeah, 'cause girls is players too.
This sex so good, I shouldn't have to fall for free. I go on and on, can't understand how I last so long. I must have the superpowers, last 223,000 hours. And it's 'cause I'm off of CC, and I'm off the Hennessy. And like your boy from Compton said, you know this dick ain't free. I got girls that I should've made pay for it. Got girls that I should've made wait for it. I got girls that I cancel a flight back home. Stay another day for it. You got attitude on nah, on Hawaii, stomach on flat, on what's that?
When she was just a girl, she expected the world, but it flew away from her reach, so she ran away in her sleep.
Fuck you, mean?
Young girl don't want that back calling me splurge. Ride me jump right off the curb. Bet this run fly like a bird. Spin on the first and the third. Solid, I'm keeping my word. Can't be my equal, I don't know what you heard. Crack up the phone, I swear. Keep me a stick if they purge.